yeah, man, this car is pretty cool. I like it. It's not too bad for what it is. It just needs a little bit of maintenance, like a fuel filter, you know, service the transmission, and charge up the AC and all that stuff. But it's a pretty cool car, good on gas, despite it taking premium. But yeah, it's hot. Ugh. I got something planned for the original steering wheel. As you can see, I removed the, I don't know what material it is, like a rubber foam kind of thing. So pretty much the core is mostly exposed. So I'm gonna do something with that. Buddy, it is pouring right now. It's that monsoon season. But anyways, the steering wheel feels really good. Really responsive. I like how it feels in the hand. I feel more relaxed, more comfortable. I found out what that clicking was behind the short hub on the clock spring. Sorry, it's really loud in here, so I can't hear myself. The clock spring had these three little tabs I had to cut off. So now when I turn the wheel, it doesn't, you know, click anymore, but it still makes a little noise because the short hub is rubbing against the clock spring itself. But that's not anything bad because the steering is very quick and responsive. It just has that little sound, but it's nothing bad. Like I said, it feels good. I know it looks kind of funky because it's, you know, the airbag cover is gone. Yeah, the horn works, but it just doesn't look right. So what I'm gonna do, I have an idea. I was gonna do it for the other steering wheel, but I guess I'll do it to this one too. On the airbag, I'm gonna go ahead and cut a hole in between the airbag in the center, so that way I can slide the wires from the horn through and then tape or glue the horn onto the airbag cover, so that way I can put it back on the steering wheel and have my horn working and have the aesthetics of the airbag cover, making it look like it does have the airbag, so it doesn't look like weird like this. Man, damn. All right, connect it and go ahead and put the cover onto the steering wheel. Oh, what? Got myself a little hook. Nice. Steering wheel looks really good. Alrighty. Ever since I took the headliner off the car, the only things that were kind of funky were the little control things for the front and for the rear. And for the front, I kept it up with like zip ties and stuff, so that's not going nowhere. That's fine. But the rear was held on by tape, and it was glued or taped onto the roof. And it was fine during the winter time and stuff, but in the hot Arizona summer, it will not stay up. It will always come down. And I've tried 4 different tapes and they all failed. And I even used crazy glue as my last resort, and that failed too. So I'm gonna get rid of this, but I'm keeping the lights. I'm doing something with that. And I'm keeping the little parking aid reverse sensor thing. So yeah, I'll zip tie it up, make it look nice the best that I can. And of course, the wires in the car do not look appealing. I'm gonna get these black plastic sleeves to go over the wires. That way it'll be nice and clean and organized and not, you know, damage the wires by anything if you're getting caught or whatever. Because the interior is cool, but it could be much better. And there's a few more things I have to do inside for it to be perfect. But like I said, I had to do this and do the wires and then go from there. Doesn't look too bad. Oh man. So I got a little carbon fiber energy horn. It is now on that airbag cover. On my original old wheel, I got to touch up the paint on the core here, make it nice and black. Next up, I'm gonna get this well, it's called a wrap, but it's like, you know, the little cover leather thing with All right, I did an adjustment to the O2 sensor spacers. Driver's side now has a washer where it didn't before, and now I put one of the spacers on the passenger side along with the washer. So hopefully that helps that PO 430 code. Since I got the inside of the car semi good, now I got to focus on the outside once again. All right, so what I'm doing to the lower grille, as you can see, it looks pretty bad. I mean, the style of it is nice already. There's no need to go buy a new one unless yours is broken or something. But in this case, behind it, got these little lines. I'm gonna go ahead and cut those off. And these right here are gonna be cut off as well, because if you look through, as you can see, there's still a vent. They're not connected to the plastic here. It just sits behind the mesh. So go ahead and remove this in the back. That way, the entire grille side to side will be, you know, not restricted, so air will just go in better, kind of like how the normal grille is, because you don't see nothing blocking it, right? I'm gonna do the same to that, and of course touch up the paint. it came out really good. The only tools I used were the wire cutters, the pliers, and the straight metal snips. Now I'm going to go ahead and paint the crap out of this thing so that way it won't end up like that, all chipped and stuff. And I can finally paint behind it as well. Got a couple things going on for the Golf. That's new. That's new. You got these right here. What else? What else? I know it's pretty dirty. It just rained the other day. Got that up there, a little wrap. That's wrapped. Got some reflectors on the rear bumper. Got a nice little handbrake. I'll get a couple more things. I know, oh, good Lord. I'm gonna get a couple things in the inside, but other than that, the car runs good. I know it's kind of dark, but as you can see, the lower grille has been opened up, so to speak. Looks good. I just got to touch up the grille and I'll just get a new front bumper. I don't like how it looks. But that's pretty neat. Get a better view. It looks really nice. You kind of see what's going on down there a little bit more. Today is September 12th. I got surgery on August 25th for MPFL reconstruction or replacement, tibia tubercle osteotomy. Everything went good. I'm healing up just fine. It's not too bad, as you can see. It sucks, I'm not gonna lie, because not only, you know, it stopped me from working and working on my car, but it's just a big bummer. I imagine every big surgery is a bummer because you stay at home and can't do nothing, you're in pain, and physical therapy, gotta go through all that. So just letting you guys know this is what's going on. So the car is definitely taking a big break. I mean, this is not the break I wanted, but a break's a break, I guess. But obviously in this video you're gonna see clips, you know, on what I'm going to do to the car or cars, and yeah, so there it is. Just a few more weeks, then I'll return to my usual stuff. I'm able to drive again. That's good. I guess. Well, the car does drive without the brain, so to speak, the infotainment system. So this morning it gave me an issue. The screen will not turn on at all. And the gauges kept going down. It kept restarting as if I kept turning off on the car, even though the car was driving on the highway, and that wasn't good. So I decided to disconnect it and reconnect the system. Everything seemed fine. I disconnected the battery. That's good. As you can see, the voltage is there. Nothing's messed up. There's nothing. And the screen still wouldn't work, but I kept hearing it make a noise. It was like a weird noise. So I don't know what happened, so I decided to take it off and see if the car would drive. Yeah, everything's there. My lights work, my horn works, everything works. I just don't have my music. Really, that's all I use it for, because obviously when you have the racing seats and all that, you get rid of the custom seat crap settings or the steering wheel, because I can't adjust my steering wheel no more, and some other things too. Everything looks good on the scanner. Nothing wrong with the car mechanically. It's just the infotainment system just took a dump, and now that gives me an option. It's like, should I just get another one on eBay? They're like about 150 bucks or so, whatever, or I can just get an aftermarket one and see what I can do with that. I don't know, but my main concern is the car does drive. I just don't have my music or the clock, and it doesn't look as nice. But you know me, I like to jerry rig just about everything in this stupid thing. So let's see, maybe I'll come up with something creative. It's about time, I guess. I had the car for almost 5 years at this point, but yep, it does drive without it if you're curious. In the meantime, I went ahead and taped off the ends for the connectors here. That way dirt and dust doesn't get inside and ruins them. I'll be getting a new stereo receiver screen thing along with a kit or a mount for it to go on. It'll look different. A gain or a loss, not sure how I'll look at it, but with that being said, the center console is now removed. The only thing left is the speaker, the car charger thingy. This little box is for the remote, you know, your fob for the car to recognize it, and right below that is the airbag control module. And yeah, I don't have the, you know, the little red, yellow, white port thing. Well, that's gone because the new stereo that I'll be getting will be Bluetooth. That way my music from my phone just connects directly to the screen. Or before I had my own little adapter, Bluetooth to the RCA to the car. I don't need that no more. So not only that, the center console was already ruined because honestly, it was too high to begin with. And I tried doing something to it and it just didn't really come out the way I wanted it to. Now with that, there it looks kind of all over the place because of the wires and stuff, but all the arm room right here, like, damn. I mean, yeah, it's automatic, sure, but with the handbrake and the manual transmission, like all that elbow room, plus all that will probably be gone in the future. But yep, I don't know what else to take off. Really left there's the sunroof stuff and the dashboard, but I don't think I'll touch that. Maybe. All bad. It's been a while, but I'm back into it. Before I even start, surgery went good on the leg. Just got my job back, so I'm trying to get the whole thing rolling again. So don't sound too enthusiastic, but what do we have here? We got some tape. Seems to be a spoiler of some kind. Huh. Okay. So what this is a Impala LS spoiler from like the 2000 to the 2005 Impalas. The only reason why I decided to get something like that because one, old spoiler, you know, it's all faded. It's just a lip, really. It sits on top of the trunk. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but I want to be different. I want to do something. Originally, I wanted to buy mounts or something to put on that stock spoiler so I can raise it up a few inches, but I couldn't find nothing because they're either too high or it just wouldn't work out. So I looked around online, tried to see what kind of spoiler I can find that would be a pretty good fit. I don't want a table, right? I don't want something obnoxious or ridiculous. And I don't want nothing too short or too skinny or whatever. So I went with this. I'm just test fitting it right now. Obviously, it's not going to be a perfect 100% flush fit because the trunk of the Impala is different than obviously this car. For one, I got to plug in all of the 10 holes from the old spoiler. As you can see, the trunk does kind of curve down, so I'm about to do something with the spoiler, and it's primed, so I got to get that painted as well before I do anything crazy. But just got to put the screws in there and figure out where to drill on the trunk and then go from there inside of it. But it works. I don't know how to feel about it. I had to take the trunk off to do this properly, and it came out really good. And just to my expectations, it's pretty much the perfect width. It looks really good. It has that 2000s style. You know, the car is a 05, so I'm not trying to make it too modern or too crazy or loud in that sense. The old spoiler is trash. I'm not going to sell it. It's not worth it. Garbage. But it looks really good. It's not too low, and it's not too high. I want to say, I think it was like 2.5 inches high or so, 3 inches. I'm not too sure, but it's good enough. It's not too low. It's not too skinny. And it's not flat or like curved or something like a banana or something. It looks really nice. And of course, it's primed, just like when I got my bumpers and fenders the first time. So I'm going to go ahead and get that painted. But what I wanted to do today or tonight is to test fit. And it came out really good. 4 screws, 1 on. No problem. I had to modify the... Yeah, let's not talk about that. I got to fix that later. But hey, at least it's on. It's not going to come off. It's not taped on. It's not, you know, I don't know what to say. I just know the car looks, you know what? Let's go take a walk. I know it's nighttime now. It's nice and cold. Bro, what's going on in there? Cool. Can't forget. So what I'm going to do for these holes, since they are, you know, exposed, it looks ugly and water is going to get in and whatnot. I have an idea. I'm going to use the JB Weld steel putty, get it going and then kind of go from underneath and have it like flush, just play with it and let it dry and get hard. And if it's sticking out, just go ahead and sand it down and just paint over it. That way it'll look good. I could use Bondo as well, but that's the first thing that came to mind was that JB Weld putty. So I took off the antenna, or antenna base altogether. Not too sure if you can swap in the newer shark fin styled antenna. I don't know, but two little holes, well, one big and one small. I'm gonna go ahead and take off this wrap since it's all like peeling and looking ugly and whatnot, and paint this white, and then see what I do about this right here. This is also wrapped white in a very crappy way. It's that little piece of trim that goes along your door or roof. I like to call it the roof strip or roof accent. As you can see, the wrap isn't perfect on the edges and whatnot. So what I'm gonna do is take it off, take the wrap off, and repaint the entire thing, make it look good. But it's really simple. If you want to take it off for whatever reason, you have to have both the doors open and just peel it off. And just be careful you don't break the clips or whatever. But it's pretty simple. All right, here we are. Got some short tube headers for the Camaro V6 2010 through the 2011 models. They are JBA Racing. That's the company. And in theory, they should just slap right onto the car because on the Caddy, they use the same exhaust manifold, exactly same part number and everything as the Camaro V6. So, and these are short tube. So what I'm thinking, they should just go right on along with the gaskets and just go from there. And I'll get more on that later, but this is the main focus. Let's take a look. Now, if you know this car, the engine bay isn't really roomy for most stuff, and from the headers, it's gonna be kind of tight. You got a little bit more room on the passenger side than you do on the driver's side, and this is up top. I'm not sure how it looks on the bottom. I'll go to a shop Thursday and have them check it out. See what they can do, because I am definitely not going to put those headers on myself. No way. But that's exciting. All right, first clip using the S23 Plus. Wow, that is not pretty. I'm trying to get a better angle of that crack there. That sucks. But hey, getting a new windshield in a few days, so that doesn't matter. Damn. Man, that is beautiful. And I'm not talking about this Pokemon. I'm talking about this Pokemon. Anyways, this crack right here, ugly, ugly, ugly. Man, that spread pretty quick too. So in 2 days, I will be getting a new windshield along with a new tint, and the rearview mirror will be replaced. I'm getting a wider 12-inch mirror that's basic, you know. This is a 10-inch with OnStar. I'm not going to be needing it or using it or whatever, so it's not really a loss. I like this mirror. So I will be selling it because it still works, and it's kind of dumb to just you know, toss it if it still works in good condition. Rain sensor is disconnected because 1, I don't think this works. 2, it's in the way, and the car still works and drives no problem with both of these things disconnected, so that's cool. Speakers are also off the car, all 11 of them, because the other 4 I had before, you know, it was a 15 speaker sound system. The 4 tweeters on the front, you know, OEM seats, they're not there. So I had 11. Now they're gone. How are they gone? Water damage on the speakers on the doors from a car wash that I thought was a good idea to go into because it was drive-through, it was touchless, it washed the car really, really good, but water was inside my doors and it got on the speakers. I'm pretty damn sure they're done. Everything else still works, the windows and lights and whatnot. So yeah, the drone here got a little worse because of that. Now the car sounds crazy. I can hear everything as I go down the road, but that's all right. So yeah. Check that out. Oh man. All right, so I'm not going to get a screen because obviously there's no speakers, so there is zero need for a screen. Big bummer, but I'm not going to cry about it. Car's too loud anyways. So ignore the Genshin Impact stickers. What I got going on here is I put a rubber mat up here so I can throw my Galaxy Buds, my glasses, or whatever. That way it doesn't, like, you know, slide around or scratch up the paint or whatever. I'm also going to get this same rubber mat and put it down here. That way I can start, you know, putting some stuff, whatever it could be, you know, treat it like it's a storage or, you know, a little pocket. I don't know. You know, put it to some use instead of like blocking it off or whatever. And earlier in the video, you saw that little light, which is right there. That's the same light that was down here. You know when you push this thing out and, you know, you put your coins there or the little charger? Well, that charger is over here. And my second one's back here. So that's gone. And because I had no use for it, plus it wouldn't like bolt on because of what I've got chipped away over here. Yeah, whatever, just, yeah. Anyways, and the trim here is gone because it just wouldn't stick or whatever. So I removed it. I'll do something with that in the future to make it look prettier. And I removed the little vent tunnel thing that was here. You know, that thing that goes towards the rear AC. Well, I had that removed a while back ago, and I had the little black piece, you know, one here and one here. Well, that's gone, and the air comes out pretty good by itself with the AC and heater off as I drive the car. But when I do turn the AC or heater on, it blows really nicely, a lot better than before, and I feel it on my legs, and it just works really good. I like it. And, you know, makes the car look more open. I don't know, just less obstruction. All right, I'm gonna end the video here, but real quick, I forgot to mention two things for some reason. I don't know why. It will be the windshield and the front struts. So the windshield, the whole process of seeing the old one removed and getting the new one installed, it was pretty cool to look at. And I got a 5% ceramic tint up top, where the old windshield had a 5% carbon tint, and you know, it looks pretty good. I got this mirror as well, it looks really nice. And I'm gonna redo the tint on the windows next summer. They're gonna be a 20% ceramic, so very excited. The carbon tint on these are still holding up very well. It's been almost 5 years and they are holding up. And the front struts, I had those replaced about 2 months ago. They were the KYB front struts, and the car rides really, really good. Anyways, yes, I'm ending this video now. I know it's not much. It's just a lot of little things, nothing crazy exciting. You know, progress is progress no matter how you look at it. Things are being done to the car. Because think about it, what else is there to do to this thing, right? And what threw me off was the knee surgery. So I had to recuperate and get back on my feet, I get it, and go back to work and return to normal, right? You know, get everything going again, pick up where I left off. And I've been working for the last 3 months. I know I haven't made any real videos since. So to make it up, later next month or maybe early May, depends on the timing, but I'm gonna try to bust out the next STS video by later next month, in time for the 5-year anniversary that I have with this car, since I bought it in April 2018. It's almost April 2023. So I'm going to do the exhaust. And I'm gonna wrap the car. I'm not gonna paint it. I've decided to do a wrap. It makes the most sense. It's the most cost effective, and it's just gonna make it look good for what I need it for. So there's that. Plus I have other goodies along the way. I'm not gonna mention it, but it's gonna be really, really cool inside the car and outside. And I cannot wait to get it done, because I've been working on this car heavy for 5 years almost, right? Or just about 5 years now, because it's already the middle of March. But I want this thing done. I want this thing looking good. I want this thing sounding good, feeling good, you name it. And it's almost there. It's almost there. It's just, it's butt ugly on the outside, and I had to fix that. Plus the sound, I want that to be even better than what it is now. That way I can be happy cruising this bad boy or bad girl. I don't know what the hell this thing is. But yeah, stay tuned for the next video.